University's like a lot of things. But today, anyways, it's kind of like a pair of headphones. By the time you've gotten everything straightened out, you've already gone to class, and it's kind of too late. People are choosing what degrees they want in their pockets when they don't even know what the world's like yet. I was 17 when I went to university, and 16 when I started applying, and I'm not saying that other people didn't have to do that, but I am saying that that's pretty young. And maybe things would get straightened out a little sooner if we gave kids some more time to make big life decisions. Or to sleep. My therapist once told me that happiness happens. You've just got to remember it. And that can be applied to a lot of things. Like the show Friends. Every episode's funny, but at the end of the season, you really only remember that Ross and Rachel didn't get together. Sometimes you just gotta remember to pivot. And I'm sorry if you don't watch Friends. I'm hilarious anyways. So what I'm trying to say is I'm trying really hard. It might not look like it, but I am. I'm working on remembering the good moments, because I've spent a long time thinking that yesterday's good moments didn't exist. And by the way, I'm not just blabbering. I think you need to know a lot about yourself before you can help others with themselves, and I've come to a lot of these conclusions because of your class. So thank you. Part of the untangling process this year is that I learned I'm not so great at being a partner. Which is a little scary since we'll be in partners again next year, and I don't know about fourth year, but I do know now that I suck at standing up for myself. Or for speaking up when I have an idea. And it was a lot better with Lisa than it was with Cassie, but that doesn't mean it was any good. That's something I really got to work on. Which is kind of hard when you have a voice inside your head that says all your ideas suck and you should feel bad. But that doesn't mean I'm not trying. I am. I do know not all my ideas are bad, by the way. Like this one. This is a really good hook. Which was an idea I only applied to essays before now, so thanks for that also. Ken Robinson asks us to ask our coworkers if they think they're creative. He seems to think that kids will say yes, but adults will say no, and that seems to be true for a lot of things. If you ask a little girl if she's beautiful, she'll probably say yes, because her mom says so, and therefore she is. Now, supermodels are asked this all the time in interviews. And usually they say something along the lines of, oh well, I was gangly and awkward when I was a kid, and I think that's sad. It's never your job to hate your body. Now, not every little girl thinks she's beautiful, but somewhere along the way, a lot of us lose confidence in ourselves, in our creative ability, and in everything else. I think it's really important that we find that again. And like everything else I've mentioned, I'm working on this too. I'm still untangling this one, and it'll take a really long time, but Lisa's helping me out here. So that's good. Honestly, I can't express how happy I am that we became placement partners. I know close friends aren't really supposed to work together, never mind roommates, but I learned a lot because of it. I was never scared to throw a silly idea at her, or to tell her when we could do better. Or if inspiration hit us really late at night on a Sunday, we could still do it. Which makes sense, because in the real world, sometimes you sit down and you have to do things, but sometimes you can do them when you get inspired. The point is, she's been a really good partner. As much as I know I'll do all on my own, she's the best placement partner I could have asked for.
Forget our name, the summer spent within.
Drama and education is an area in which the mutual benefit might actually be possible. That's a quote from Learning in As If Worlds, but honestly, if you're not learning from your students, then I don't know what you're doing, but it's not teaching. Maybe that's why I'm a dread. There was a legendary cellist named Pablo Casals, and someone once asked him why he practiced when he was 90. He said, "Because I'm still making progress." I don't think you ever stop learning. From your students, from the world around you. I don't think the headphones I'm untangling will ever be just right. And that's okay, because I have time to play the wrong song. Goof up big or go home, right? The best part about the now is that there's another one tomorrow. If you screw up, it'll be okay. I don't know what's going to happen to me. In 10 years, I could be permanently in Orlando doing workshops for Disney. I could be teaching Roberta with 2 horses and fulfill every single childhood dream. I could be working with my mom at her company. I don't know what'll make me happy yet. What I really learned from this year, from all the goals we made, and the footprints we drew, and being in placement, is that I can't plan my future. But if I believe in myself, and remember to smile, even if I can't plan it, it'll be okay. I learned recently that Vincent van Gogh was in his late 20s when he started painting, and Alan Rickman got his first role at 46. Mick Jagger studied finance, and J.K. Rowling was 32 when The Philosopher's Stone was published. People say to get what you want, you need to know what you want. And maybe that's true, but I'm okay with not knowing. For a little bit longer, anyways. Clearly, you don't need to know what you want to do when you're 19 to accomplish great things. The universe changes sand into pearls, caterpillars into butterflies, and coal into diamonds, all using time and pressure. It's working on me, too. And more importantly, I'm working on me.